Hey there, guys! What is going on, my beautiful baby penguins? Welcome back to the channel that has been dormant for the past few days. I apologize, I mentioned it in my last episode. I do not know why I sometimes, I don't know why I have to match my voice to small stutters on the screen. I could just talk normally, but for some reason, if the screen stutters, I stutter. I don't know. Maybe I'm a cyborg with my computer. I don't know. Also, my default, wow, okay. You don't record for a few days and you just fall out of it. My default mouse, I restarted my computer and my mouse settings weren't saved, so I apologize if I'm a little herky-jerky. I haven't been able to, I really need to write down how I use my mouse, you know? 'Cause I like a very specific setting and I don't remember what it is. Anyway, welcome back. I mentioned in my last episode that it's getting to the busy time of year for me, so I might be a little bit less consistent with my uploading and whatnot, but yeah, anyway, thank you guys for the support on this build. You guys were awesome. You guys seem to like it ish. There doesn't seem to be, you know, a huge amount of negative attention to it, which is great. I don't know, I wasn't expecting negative attention, I suppose. That's sort of a weird way to phrase that. But anyway, there was a few things I wanted to do to sort of finish up this build. One is make it an adventure, get an adventure gate up, and, you know, so people can come check it out if they're not on the server, which is just absurd that people wouldn't be on this server. I mean, is it the most active server in Creativerse? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what other servers are. It's probably not. It's pretty active, though. Usually there's people on, and, you know, there's always fun stuff. We're going to be starting a new community build in next episode. So Thursday, it's awkward because it's Saturday for me now. Thursday, there's going to be a new community build area that I'm really, really excited about, but I'll save that for next episode. Anyway, yes, there's a few other things I wanted to do here, just some small stuff. I wanted to add a little bit of greenery to the tops of these little areas, because right now it's just grass. It's just grass sort of up there, and I thought it could tie it together a little bit. It could bring a little bit more nature, a little bit more landscaping, to just sort of add some vines, some leaves on top. I also want to plant some trees, like this guy. I think sometimes just little things can tie an area that you've built into sort of the natural landscape. Because a lot of times, you know, you build something and you're like, wow, okay, that looks like we just sort of plopped it in the middle there. And I kind of like tying it all together. You know, this is a very weird build. I had to use a lot of blocks that I would never normally use. I'm not joking. Almost every time I've uploaded a video of this build, somebody leaves a comment like, wow, that's a cool build, but I hate your block selection. Yeah, me too. It's really weird, but I actually do kind of dig it. Yeah, so yeah, I kind of want to just tie this area, sort of finish it up, tie it together. Plant a few trees, which will actually, yeah, I guess we won't actually really be able to see for a few hours because they need to grow. But just some leaves as an overhang, I think can really just sort of, just some like leaves as an overhang. There we go. So sort of something like this, I think could just sort of add like a little, just like a little bit more sort of, well, that doesn't look particularly good, but stuff like that, I think could just sort of tie it into sort of the general area once we do a little bit more. Because right now it just sort of feels like we just sort of dug out of the ground, which we did. But yeah, I don't need to explain this 30 times. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. You guys can see it. You can leave a comment saying, oh my gosh, you're the greatest builder since... I really thought I'd be able to just on the fly name a really impressive architect. And I wasn't, so... Yeah, if you want to leave a comment with the name of a famous architect that you think I rival in terms of skill and ability, please leave that in the comments. If you don't think that I'm on that level, because you're a person of sane mind, just like the video, because that also helps. Anyway, yes, time to put leave down on ground. And I think this looks a lot better. A lot better. Yeah, doesn't it? Like, it just sort of ties it into the area. It looks a little bit more natural, looks a little bit better. There's also a few trees that I've planted. You can see, like, one little sapling there. So I hope once those grows, it ties it in even more. But I think even just the leaves and stuff kind of add a lot of, like, I don't know, just a bit more natural feeling like it's been here a little bit longer or whatever. So the only thing left I really have to do is set it up as an adventure, which I think I'm going to do at the end of today's episode, because I kind of want to see if the trees grow, just to see how this sort of looks in finality. That's what a silly way to say that. Yeah, I just sort of want to see the final look with the trees and stuff around, just because I think it'll fill up sort of some of the space above, just sort of give, you know, a few sort of vantage points. See how this sort of blocks the sky a little bit. Anywho, yes, we're going to move on. Whoa. We're going to move on and go work on something else. I actually don't know what that's going to be yet. But I think I've used... this isn't in the competition. I think I've used every block. I think I've used every block that was in the Hotfoot Challenge. I think I'm, like, good for that. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to leave these here, just in case. If there's any I forgot, please let me know, because I want this to be accurate to the challenge. It's also kind of funny. You can see, like, I just terraformed the places that were slightly visible. So there's just kind of a line of where that ends. Yeah. Okay. Let's go work on something else. The spawn of this server has been around well before it was even a public server. Found this amazing spot between all these mountains. Reminded me of home, of Canada. And ever since, it's been sort of the unofficial, well, I guess actually official spawn of the server. And it's been a constant work in progress, I suppose you would say. The idea with this place was not really to have a ton of builds, but to basically have, like, builds for different things that would be useful. So, like, this is... what is going on with these frames, man? This is, like, the community project build. So whenever there's a community thing going on, you can find a teleporter in there. There's an amazing, you know, Canadian flag train. This area looks great. But there's a few things that we need to do with it to finish her off, and one of which is choose a lamp design. I asked quite a few times for people to come and submit lamp designs, and we got a ton of absolutely phenomenal ones. We have this amazing chandelier, simple light, idea from Prython. Like, we just have some incredible lamp designs. A lot of these, you know, they don't look great in this area, which is almost kind of cooler. Idea from Ash. Is there actually a light somewhere here? I don't know if that would actually give off light. Like, a lot of these are just incredible. They just don't really make sense for this area, but, you know, you guys know what I'm saying. So we have to sort of pick one or two, and I kind of want to start getting this area some shape. I have a few ideas for, like, a few other builds that are going to be in this area. I don't think we're going to actually build anything too much today. But this area is supposed to be just kind of an easy place for people to meet up, for things to come together, stuff like that. I've been sort of unofficially using this hill here as sort of the update hill to show off new blocks and whatnot, and I think I'd like to kind of make that official. Although we haven't had an update in a while, so who knows? Who knows? Anyway, you guys understand what I'm saying. It's spawn. It's supposed to be sort of a little bit more useful. This guy has been just sitting here tamed. This is my guy. What? He's set to follow. Yeah, he's not following. There used to be another one that wasn't. I tamed him, like, last Halloween. And he's finally back. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm getting off track. I do want to do a little bit of work over here. Yeah, I think what I want to do is get some of these lamps set up. I completely want to redo this area. This is sort of supposed to be where new players come into the world and sort of spawn in. I really want to redo all of that because it doesn't look good. It doesn't really function well. Glass just looks bad. most of the time in this game from any sort of distance. I love the spider webs on that one. So yeah, I have to pick a lantern design to go with for this area. I always pictured something simple, you know, something like this. These very simple designs. Yeah. Time to choose. There is a lot of lighting options in this game, and a lot of them are really, really cool. You know, we've got the medieval lamps, which are fantastic, and I think would actually kind of suit our spawn, just the lamp itself. It's a little bit plain, but it definitely works. I came over onto the Creativerse server I used to play on for quite a while. We did a lot of landscaping. This is still like one of my favorite areas I've ever done, because this was just really ugly before. And just came in, landscaped it, cobblestone. I love cobblestone. This whole spawn, I spent a lot of time on, and I really, really like it. You know, all of this was just so plain before. Just making it, you know, pretty and fit into the world is something I really enjoy doing. You guys have seen me. Sometimes I just walk on pathways endlessly because I think they're fun. I wanted to show you guys these lamps, though. They're just unbelievably detailed. Unbelievably detailed. There's placemats in them. I think there's 1 or 2 lamps. There's fireplaces. There's wood planters. Like, these are really cool. It's just making 100 of them would be really time consuming. I'm not sure I want to commit to something like that. Yeah, we just use torches the rest of the way. Okay, I thought maybe we'd have a little bit more like lights here. What did I do in this area? This is the gaming area. I don't remember what we did for this. I don't know if we did lighting for this in any sort of special way, to be honest with you. I love the villagers in Minecraft, the noise they make, that It always makes me think of like somebody confused. I don't know. Yeah, we use the gas lamps in here. Fits the aesthetic really well, I think. This was a fun build. I like this one a lot too. This gaming area. You know what the only problem with this gaming area is, I suppose, is that it's in a canyon. And the canyon monsters are probably the most annoying type. They're not as bad as they used to be, but they're pretty awful. They're pretty awful. Okay, so I just did... Yeah, see, I usually go for the really simple things. Even here, it's just fences with a little gas lamp. I like it because it highlights the path, but also just sort of lets the pathway be itself. I mean, we could do something like that. Use wood fences, just sort of... Maybe the wood fences with the little iron bars could look really nice. We could sort of tie it in with the planters, maybe. Wow, remember this build? I don't know, if you were around the channel when I was building this, you might... I made this all on stream, actually. I was really, really proud of it. It took so long, and it's... I think really close to being finished. This was a PvP arena, actually. But a PvP arena that had all sorts... Yeah, this design right here. This is what I'm talking about. These iron fences. And then maybe we could replace that with like a wood planter. Tie in sort of another design. I wonder if the mechanics on this still work. So this game, there's 3 towers. It was a little bit complicated. There's 2 teams, 1 on either side. And there's 2 towers. Capturing blue... Oh, yeah, you stand here. So eventually this will switch to being controlled by blue. Yeah, now it's controlled by blue. The middle tower is controlled by blue. The other tower is not controlled by anyone. The lights will switch. Yeah, you can see here, it tells you. There was a lot of really cool mechanics of this. So if you controlled all 3 towers, the other team's base would unlock, and you could go in, and you had to kill the monster at the end of their base. It was sort of like a MOBA, I guess was the idea. Yeah, this is the interior, this factory. So it was right around the time these factory blocks came out. So I made like this abandoned factory in the middle of the map. Man, this build, I love it. I love it so much. Maybe we should try and do something like this in our world. I guess I did build a PvP arena. It was a little bit different. Yeah. Yeah. I think there was some like weird little secret area around here. Yeah, I think there's... Yeah, you could get blown up to get up here. I think there's actually like a lever somewhere that opens a door right here that has some like mineral water. I spent a lot of time detailing this area though. It was sort of one of my first attempts at really heavily landscaping an area. Build some walls. Now I'm just getting caught up in like the nostalgia of this area, which... Wowzers. I know it's probably impolite to like be impressed by your own builds, but I forgot how much I loved this area. I think I might want to try and build something in this style again, because it's really, really cool. Like the industrial blocks mixed in with like nature, sort of that forgotten industrial look. I think it's just such a cool aesthetic. Yeah, I said that right. Okay, back to spawn in our world. So, my plan ran into some problems. The wood planter does not connect to the fences. Which is a bummer. For sure. I like this design, though. The only downside, and I've said this about these designs before, is I hate this outline. I hate that you get that outline if you scroll over it, but that's okay. So what I'm thinking is maybe we sort of mix up sort of designs where we have sort of a simpler one. You know, something like that. And then maybe we also sort of throw in the... Okay. You know, maybe we also throw in the, you know, design like that from here or there. And then, you know, we can have fences that sort of aren't connected to anything. You know, maybe that'll be kind of a cool... I really like the aesthetic of having fences along the pathway, which we're going for bedrock mixed in with stone slabs. So, I mean, we could even... Yeah, like, it's not a huge deal that it doesn't connect. I just don't really like that. I think, though, if we did, like, a mix of both, it could be fine. Maybe... Let me just play around a little bit, but I kind of dig it. Put one of these guys over here. I find it easier to do it this way. When it works. Why is there so much lag in this area? Come on, man. Let me place my weird lights. I guess it looks okay. It really... I wish those connected. That's a bummer. It's not a big deal, I guess. Over here we could do another one. I mean, the other thing is we could, you know, have different lights. I kind of like the idea of the area sort of tying together a little bit. Yeah, I think that works. I think maybe we'll go for something like this. It looks good. It allows us to play with the landscape quite a bit. It's also very non-intrusive, which I like. You know, I like when lights are sort of, you know, less... You know, I love all these designs. I think they're all really, really neat. You know, now that I'm seeing these fancy designs, I'm like, wow, that could look really neat here. Like this poppy design is really interesting. This poppy design from Lichen. It's really, really interesting. And I'm like, that could look really cool in this area to have these splashes of red. Kind of ties in with the Canadian flag. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to play with it. I'm curious what you guys think. Should this area be sort of more simple? Should I go for a more complicated light? I would love to hear your ideas. Also, if you have more lamp ideas, please feel free to come down here and put them down. Because I think, I think I'm going to be working on Spawn. Next episode, we're definitely going to be opening up a new community build, which I'm really excited about. But I'm definitely going to be working on Spawn very shortly. So, Let me know what you guys think of those comments, please. I would love your feedback. You know, this is Spawn for all of us. And subscribe for more. All that jazz. If you have any lamp designs, please don't hesitate to drop them down below. I'm going to leave this episode here for now. No, I'm not. We're going to go back and check out our build. I forgot. Let's go. That's going to be my thumbnail. Just a lamp. Just a lamp. Where do I want to go? Over here. Down into my basement. This used to be my old base. Greetings, Master. They misspelled penguin. That sort of blasphemy will not be accepted on this server. I'll tell you that much. Unbelievable. Penguin has an E, not an I. Well, it does have an I. It has an I later on. P-E-N. Come on. Hotfoot. Let's see if our trees are grown. They might not be. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. Looks like a Ferris wheel. In that photo. I wonder if, like, the next batch of photos will be all the Hotfoot challenges. That'd be interesting. No, it looks like our trees have not grown, unfortunately. Alright, well, how does this area look at night with all these leaves and things? I really just think this tiny detail just really ties it in so much better than it was before. I really, really like it now. But anyway, thank you guys for your support on this video, on the channel in general. It's been fantastic. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. All that jazz. That's my outro. I remembered it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.